Talmud, Masechtas Rosh Hashana, Daf 4a. And that which they have need of, both young bullocks and rams and lambs, and for burnt offerings to the God of heaven, wheat, salt, wine, and oil, according to the word of the priests. They are in Jerusalem. Let it be given them day by day without fail. Said Rav Isaac to him, here is something out of your own package, that they may offer sacrifices of a sweet savor unto the God of heaven, and pray for the life of the king and of his sons. But even so, is not the action still a meritorious one? Seeing that it has been taught, if a man says, I offer this selah for charity in order that my children may live, and in order that through it I may merit the future world, he may still be a holy, righteous man. There is no contradiction. This statement applies to Israelites. There we speak of heathens. Alternatively, I may say that we know he deteriorated because it is written with 3 rows of great stories and a row of new timber, and let the expenses be given out of the king's house. Why did he make these conditions? He thought to himself, if the Jews revolt against me, I will burn it with a fire. But did not Solomon do the same thing? As it is written, 3 rows of hewn stone and a row of cedar beams. Solomon placed the wood above, he placed the wood below. Solomon sunk in the building, and he did not sink in the building. Solomon plastered it over, and he did not plaster it over. Rabbi Joseph, or some say of Isaac, said, whence do we know that he deteriorated? From here. The king said to me, the Shigal also sitting by hint. What is Shigal? Rabba Barlima said, the name of Rav, a she-dog. But if that is so, what are we to make of the verse? But has lifted up thyself against the Lord of heaven, and they have brought the vessels of his house before thee, and thou and thy lords, thy shigaloth, and thy concubines have drunk wine in them. Now, how can Shigal here be a dog? Do dogs drink wine? There is no difficulty, as we can suppose it was taught to drink. But what of the verse where it was written, kings, daughters, and among thy favorites, thy right hand doth stand the Shigal in gold and Ophir. Now, if Shigal is a dog, what promise is the prophet bringing to Israel? What he means is this: because the Torah is as dear to Israel as a Shigal to the heathens. You have earned as your reward the gold of Ophir. Alternatively, I may say that Shigal does, as a rule, mean queen. But in this case, Rabba Bar Lima had a tradition that it means dog. And the reason why the text is called Shigal is because it was as dear to him as a queen. Or possibly because he put it on the queen's seat. Alternatively, I may say that we know he deteriorated from here unto 100 talents of silver, and unto 100 measures of wheat, and unto 100 baths of wine and salt, without prescribing how much. At first, there was no limit. Now he made a limit. But perhaps at first he simply had not decided on the limit. The truth is that the best explanation is that which was given first. And for festivals, how can New Year for the festivals be on the 1st of Nisan? It's surely on the 15th of Nisan. Rav Chizda said, what it means is that the festival which occurs in it is the New Year for the festivals. The legal import of this rule is for determining when one who makes a vow transgresses the precept of not delaying. And Rav Shimon is here followed, as it has been taught. When a man makes a vow or sanctifies or makes a valuation, as soon as 3 festivals elapse before he carries out his word, he transgresses the precept of not delaying. Rav Shimon says, the 3 festivals must be in order, with Passover first. So too, Rav Shimon Bar Yochai used to say, the festivals referred to are sometimes 3, sometimes 4, sometimes 5. For instance, if a man made a vow before Passover, there are 3. If before Pentecost, 5. If before Tabernacles, 4. Our rabbis taught those who are liable for a money valuation, for evaluation, for a harem, for consecrations, cherem, consecrations, for sin offerings, trespass offerings, burnt offerings, and peace offerings, charity contributions, tithe, firstborn, and tithe of cattle, paschal lamb,